The idea behind memory systems is that you have these sets of images that are always constant because it allows you to memorize a lot faster, right? When you're memorizing competition information, you don't want to waste any time trying to think up any images. So a memory system helps you solve that problem. But the thing is, you need to change any image that is giving you problems as soon as possible because the longer you use it, the more of an imprint it makes on your memory. So let's say right here, we got Lee. 57 is Lee. Lee's giving you trouble. Every time you try to actually memorize 57, you stop and you're like, wait, Lee, was that Lewis or what was it? Oh, 57, Lee. Okay, got it. Even when you're trying to recall the information, you're like, oh, man, I keep forgetting that one number. If that's happening, that is a big clue for you to change that image as soon as possible. So you want to change it to something that ideally fits the code. So for me, this is the code I use for my memory system, but whatever code you're using, you want to try to fit it so it makes more sense, but it doesn't need to. For me, Jack of Diamonds is grandma. All the diamonds have a starting letter of D. So all my images start with the letter D for diamonds, except Jack of Diamonds, which is my grandma, because the Jack of Diamonds image I had previously was just giving me trouble. So I just put any image in there that was way better than it. But here's the thing. Let's say, I don't know, TV. Why not? So let's say your new image is TV. The problem is, even though that weak image was weak, it's still there. That imprint is in your memory. And so the new image is going to take a while for you to override the old image. So when you think of 57, your brain's going to go back to like, oh yeah, that's Lee. It's not going to make the connection to TV yet. So that's why you want to change it as soon as possible. You want to catch it because the sooner you do that, there's not as great of an imprint on your memory. Now, the best way I found to kind of override it a lot faster is to have something like sticky notes, write 57 and then TV on the back. Stick those in places so when you're walking by, you're like 57. And so when you see Lee or whatever image your previous image was, you're like, oh wait, what's the new one? Oh, ball or TV, got it, TV. Okay, so you do that so you're constantly seeing it and using it with the new image. And so ideally that overrides the last image because right now I have no idea what the Jack of Diamonds used to be. And so for me, it's very rarely do I change them now because they're so ingrained. But in the beginning, before it got so permanent, I did change images. And that's something you do have to be aware of, especially when it comes to memory competitions. You can't have any problems like this that totally throws you off when memorizing. Because when you're memorizing and you come across a specific image that you're not sure of, you're like, wait, I wasn't sure that was right. Let me go back and check it. No, it's right. That kind of discussion with yourself, you're wasting precious time when memorizing. And you have no time to waste. So that's why you can't afford to have any weak images. And that's why I talk about all the time. Take your time in creating your images. You don't want to rush them. I made a video explaining that. This is a great reason why, because it screws you up. And so you do want to change your images as soon as possible. And when you do change them, it doesn't even have to fit the code. It's just whatever's going to work, place it into that spot. Fill that slot with any image that is better than your current one. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.